Welcome to the 2016 Scrap Bin Challenge. Point of this challenge is to encourage you to make use of what you probably have sitting in your scrap bin. Several woodworkers got together to do just that, and you can find links to their respective videos in this video's description. For my project, I'm using this. And this. And a little more of this. Did I mention that I have too much wood? Anyway, for this one I asked Paul to help me out. But I think I'll do the sorting myself. It should be faster that way. I let myself be guided, no, not by Paul, by the longer pieces that I have. And then I piece together the smaller layers with several other pieces. I want to make several of these sandwiches, consisting of a slightly wider back, a less wide slat, a wider plywood piece and another less wide slat. In effect, this will give me two channels if I were to add another wide piece. I put together a number of these combinations and then I set out to glue them all up. This requires a number of clamps, but almost any kind will work here. Thanks, Paul. After the glue has dried, I remove those clamps and trim the sandwich using table saw and miter saw. A word of caution, I call them sandwiches, but unlike with real sandwiches, the cut-offs are not edible. Trust me on this. Now for the fun part, the front pieces. For those I will use a random assortment of scraps, board cut-offs, some stained, some rough sawn. And I will use the shatter point technique to make short work of cutting them all into strips. My bad, of course, a rubber hammer dampens the vibrations too much. Need to use a metal one. Looks like I need to do some more calculations. Okay, I think... Wow. Paul, did you do that? Thanks! I arranged these strips in pattern that I deemed mildly okay, depending on the length of the sandwich. I tend to put the cut faces, i.e. the end grain, to the front, because this will give me a more uniform look as opposed to the various different surfaces on the other sides. Using a wire brush can give these pieces a rustic or worn look. Or you could use a larger piece from your scrap bin for the front, like I did with this cloud. I guess by now you are wondering why I'm doing this. Well, so am I. But before I can figure that out, I add some quick and easy keyhole fixtures to the pieces. I make them from aluminium bar stock that I had left over. For one fixture I need 3 holes in reasonable distance. Over on the bandsaw I open up the center hole. Yes, blades meant for wood can usually do aluminium. But still, do this, like everything else, at your own risk. Then cut the fixture off. The important thing is that you can fit a spade or Forstner bit where the center hole is, that will provide clearance for the screw head without getting too close to the other holes. After marking 2 spots where I want screws, I create a recess with 2 intersecting holes from a spade bit and screw the fixture over it. What I could have done is to use a Forstner bit to set the whole thing into the wood and make it flush with the back. I might still do that at some point. And that is that. The fronts need to be glued to the sandwiches, which is nothing I would do with a real sandwich either, especially since I'm using epoxy, because most faces are less than ideal fit. I expect you to be seriously bewildered as to what this is all about. Here is the answer. Scrap. Special scrap. Shapely scrap. There we go. And I assume you'll be wondering why I have this mounted here on a piece of OSB rather than anywhere cozy. I haven't yet gotten permission from the highest authority to actually mount it inside the house. I guess I'll probably paint a few pieces in a pleasing color. Anyway, I hope you can see what I mean when I say shapely scraps, and well, this is the simplest or rather simple version using a felt tip pen, a marker, and if you can't tell, this is supposed to be a snake. You could of course give them full-on paint jobs, and that would be great and probably make the authorization go a lot smoother. Anyway, this is a project I think that can be customized in a number of ways, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out the playlist in the description, and it should pop up somewhere around here, with all the other videos of those participating in the Scrap Bin Challenge 2016. Make sure to check out their channels and to subscribe to them. There's a lot of creativity out there and a lot of ways to get inspired. Thanks for watching, and well, remember to be inspired. Didn't have any outtakes today. Paul.